right, guys, so this concludes our 4-week session. I want to say thank you for coming out. But before we close completely, I want to kind of talk about the round and ask what you thought about your on-course management and what you can change. I really want to know whether or not you were focused on every shot, all the elements around us. Today is a pretty windy day, so I want to know if you took that into account. Like Johnny, like here on 18, you know, this is right into the wind, and I saw you pull out an iron when you could have easily pulled out a 3-wood, and it kind of left yourself a longer shot in. I mean, but you did compensate and got up on the green, which was a great shot. You know, Brett, over there on 16, you pulled out a driver, and I saw that you went into the ravine through the fairway. You know, it was downwind. You could have easily taken out an iron and had an easy approach shot. Miranda, when we were around the green over on 13, when you just missed it to the right, I saw you pulled out a 60 to try to bump and run it. And I noticed you came up very short. So it's these little things that we need to kind of address when we're out on the course. Tim, I saw over on number 14, you know, the dog leg right, could have easily pulled out an iron to put yourself in a good position, but I saw you pull out that driver and you brought that bunker into play and you landed right in it. So it's like these little things that I want you guys to think about, and it's really going to help your game. With all that said, I want you guys to kind of give me a rundown on these 5 holes that we played. Let me know if your pre-shot routine was there, if you noticed any ball flights that you did and that you had during the round, and I'll just kind of go around, let me know what you thought about it. So how about yourself?
Struggled a little bit on our 4 holes. I think what was happening is just probably just thinking more mechanically about my swing, my setup versus actually my course management. Okay. So definitely something I need to work on.
Yeah, so a good thing to think about is when you're on the driving range, you can have all these different swing thoughts. You can have multiple ones, maybe like 3, I would say tops. But when you're on the golf course, I only want you to have 1. Focus on the one that you need to work on the most, and that's the only thing you should be thinking about on the course. When you start getting really technical, it's going to be hard to focus, and you're not going to be thinking about the right things. So I just challenge you to do that on your next time. How about yourself, Miranda?
I noticed in the beginning that I did my pre-shot routine consistently, and then as time went on, or as we played more holes, I started to get a little bit fast.
Okay.
And I faded the ball a lot, so I was going right.
So that comes right into golf course management. You could have easily started, if you noticed your ball flight today was a little right, you could have just adjusted your alignment a little bit to the left to compensate that. You don't really want to try to change your swing in the middle of a round. You more want to focus on how to get around and what your body is doing that day. So focus on that next time, it'll be good. How about yourself, Brett?
I thought the 4 or 5 holes that we played, I played pretty consistently. We just need to work on a couple things around the green, especially putting, and slowing down my tempo for the longer shots. That was pretty consistent most of the time, so it was good.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah, I felt like I played it all right today. One thing I'm still struggling with is, you know, where I'm supposed to be swinging in terms of if I want to hit like a slice or a draw. You know, I'm still like, when I try to hit a slice, it just goes straight and I'm missing left. Or if I try to hit a draw, it just goes straight and I'm missing right.
Okay.
So just trying to figure out where I'm supposed to be swinging.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, another thing is if you notice it's not working that day, you know, really ask yourself, do I need to hit a draw here? Do I need to hit a fade? I mean, obviously on some holes and some shots you're going to need that, but the less that you have to do, the less you have to think about, the better your round will be. So I challenge you guys just to do that. I want to say thank you for coming out for these 4 weeks. It's been a pleasure meeting you guys, and I hope you guys do well on your golf game and keep practicing.
Thanks, Scott.
Thank you, Scott.
Of course. Thanks.
Appreciate it.